Hello! Oh, it's a Monday. We are doing more Disco Elysium today, chat. We're getting in there, we're doing our silly little detectiving. We're doing our, well, I guess also serious detectiving. Well, silly and serious detectiving. You've heard of good cop, bad cop, now get ready for serious cop, silly cop. Oh, I'm sure it can't get any worse, you know? So, today we are probably gonna be investigating the Union. We've just broken in, is where we ended off last stream. We broke into the Union by jumping onto the roof. So we're gonna be investigating them. Day 2. We're in day 2. We're gonna be checking around, seeing what's up with Everett Claire. Seeing what's happening with all of that. But before we get into it, there is something I do feel the need to mention because drama happened in between last time I was playing this and now, so I feel the need to acknowledge it. The company that made Disco Elysium, we already knew that they were bad people, like the people who ran the company, not the people who actually made the game. Hello there, Lee. Zaum? Z-A-U-M? I don't know. I've never heard it pronounced out loud. That's the problem whenever there's internet drama, is I don't know how to pronounce things because I'm reading everything. Yeah, we've known for a while that they're bad people or like whatever, like, but like just over the weekend, I think they like, if I recall correctly, they fired the last remaining person who was a writer on Disco Elysium. And I felt the need to acknowledge it, that like this game rules, but it's the people that made it and the hardworking people, like all the programming and writing teams and art and of course everybody, it takes a village, you know? Basically, yeah. If you're interested in this game, I don't recommend purchasing it, but there are other ways that you can play it, is what I'll say. I don't know how much... I don't know what I'm allowed to say on Twitch. There's other ways to get a game without doing that, but you know. And I believe I know a couple months ago, I remember reading about some of the people who worked on it supporting those ways. But I'm not sure about that now, but I just felt the need to acknowledge it because it happened over the weekend or a couple days ago. Whatever, I felt the need, you know? It felt wrong to not acknowledge it. Speaking of which, it's also... Shit, I can't remember what's it actually called. Fuck, it's a strike week for Palestine right now. This is my only source of income, so I'm not stopping streaming for that because I feel like I need to keep a consistent schedule or else I will get fucked. But this is your reminder to donate to Palestinians, and there's so many good causes out there for them. I'm gonna be reminding this week, I'm gonna be doing reminders for those during all the ad breaks. Just to, you know, there's a lot of shit happening. And your source of information on that shouldn't be a cat dog on Twitch, you know? It shouldn't be like this little animated guy. You guys are perfectly fucking capable of doing your own goddamn research without being reliant on me, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna say to please check out, like, eSims for Gaza is a big one. What are some of the ones I've done? There's the WFP, I don't remember what that stands for, fuck. but I remember I've donated to them as well. There are a lot of good organizations out there. I'll come up with like a better list at some point. But I've reblogged a couple on my Tumblr today of links to various things, and I felt the need to acknowledge that as well, because, you know, Palestine deserves it, you know? We need to have the fun good times, or else we'll go insane, right? But you also need to acknowledge that the bad things are happening, or else you become complicit, right? You become complacent. I guess also a bit complicit. Whatever. Thank you, yes. Cat Dog Man, my superhero name. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I don't wanna, like, you know, we're playing Disco Elysium, right? I'm a streamer on Twitch. This isn't where you get your news sources. So I'm not gonna tug out details, mostly because I don't know about Twitch TOS and stuff. If you want that, you can go watch Hassan, okay? That's not my streamer thing. That's not my job. Go watch Hassan. Hassanabi. He's got good shit. There's your streamer. But until that, and I don't think he's live right now, so you're stuck with me. Actually, let me double check. Oh shit, he is live right now. Fuck! No! Well, oh god, wait, no. Mute the chat. Don't. Okay, okay, there we go. Well, he's also good. I recommend his channel. No viewers for me. Shit. Oh, I fucked it. But you know what? If you're watching, he's cool, so I don't care. If I lose my viewers to anyone, that's a good person to lose them to. God, I hope, Hassan, I know you'll never know who I am. If you get canceled in the future and people use this clip against me, I will enact revenge. Okay. I'm doing my little audio sillies. Doing my little audio sillies times 2. Music. Oh god, I thought I almost clicked the end stream button by accident. Alright, gamers, let's fucking game. Here we are, in our own little world. Kim is writing in his own notebook there, and we have just gotten a cool new jacket. Now what does this give us? This cool new jacket. +1 Esprit de Corps. I think that's how you say it. It's fucking French, man. Esprit de Corps. And +1 Shivers, so that's pretty good. +1 Conceptualization. I will say my Esprit de Corps and my Shivers are already pretty good. And I need the help with conceptualization, unfortunately, but I do want to see what I look like. It is clipping with a bag a little bit, but that's fine. I look cool as hell. God, this fucking shirt with this jacket combo sucks. Alright. God, we've not spent a single skill point, and it's crazy to me. And let me also double check over here the things I can do. I could yeah, I could talk to Measurehead again. I don't need to. I'm good over here. Taco's good out here. And I got all this shit. I don't need those right now. What I do need right now is for me and Kim to go and confront the Union. That's because somebody doesn't want to soft lock themselves again? Look! Not this soon. Okay, what do we got here? Collecting rainwater. Alright. Let's look around. What's this way? I can't walk onto that. Okay, never mind. Some things over here. Ooh! Bottles to collect, baby! Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent power. Yoink. 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 Oh my god. Kim, I'm rich. Kim, I'm rich. I'm living my Hobocop dreams, Kim. Is that all of them? Yes. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. God, if electrochemistry...
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Damn. This is... Looks like I had a lot of fun.
It really, really doesn't. Let's turn our attention elsewhere and move on.
I was trying to be an optimist, Kim. What do we got here?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Renee was the guy who we threw the boule into the water. He was the angry one, not the chill one. So this is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Yoink.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera. René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure, as long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
I can be friends with people, Kim. Alright, we got this Wild Pines crate here. Oh. All around you, great machines in quiescence. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. It looks like a forest under snow. Investigating around, looking. Ooh, there's a thingy here. What are you?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Go and stop, I think?
Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
What I fucking say. Boop.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Kim, I'm operating heavy machinery. Ha. Wow.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What's inside the container?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Let's turn it off.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Well, I mean, it's probably good to, you know, not leave that perpetually on. We can go that way and this way. So what's in here? 93 cents. And what do we got over here? And I believe Measurehead is just down this way. You see a faded industrial lettering on the platform. Convulsant or some shit like that? Oh yeah, it's
Before
right
you
there.
stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
I don't know, Kim. It just feels special.
It's a cargo container, detective, just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Knock.
No reply.
Open.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
So, I have 3 +1s, and my chance is I still have to get a crit in order to succeed. Please?
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
The lieutenant looks startled. Using my body over my wits?
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Fine. God, my rhetoric is bad. Okay, what do we got over here? Little... Ooh. A pile of cargo bells used for heavy lifting. One says vermilion. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The giant machines are sleeping. Grab some money. Yoink. The speaker's tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. When you see this happen and Lieutenant Kitsuragi turning green and the little thing around Harry, just know that that means I'm right-clicking. Okay. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. It just lets me know where things are. Ooh, plus half-light. +1 interfacing, +1 half-light. What does... That's threatening people. I don't really need it. I do want to look at them, though. Yeah. Ooh, they go with my jacket. Unfortunately, the interfacing is more needed. Alright, Kim. Over here we go. Money, 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 money. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Oh, there's a person over here. Hello. Container, container, container. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
He does.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves the containers towering behind him. I'll do that later.
Sure, mister. About what?
Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Whoa, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Shut up, Kim. You're Ubi, right? Okay.
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to
Irish.
leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real
Lizzie.
sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Anyway, I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady, but when she got mad, all the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
He looks for signs of disbelief in your eyes. No, you fucking didn't.
Yes, we did, mister. Indeed we did. Him was a big fellow. Used to drive the Troika near ours school and everything. Them was all naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you for telling me the whole thing.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Everard is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
He returns to his work. Alright. Into here then. Anything to click on? We got this over here. The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. Hello there. Let me look at your swordfish. A taxidermy fish that tells the time. Interesting. Hello there, sir. Where are you going, Kim? Okay, let me talk to you first, Kim.
Yes?
You got anything to say? Damn. I need more logic. My logic is bad. Anyway. Hello there.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. A typical power play. Wait for him to speak first. Show him you've got a backbone.
Okay, Volition. Say nothing. Look him dead in the eye.
The one good eye of this man fills you up without even flickering. The other, his lazy eye, is constantly moving like a goldfish in a tank. Grotesquely magnified by his +6 glasses.
He has +6 glasses?
For a moment, you don't know where to look. It is unbearably humid in the trailer. Beads of sweat slide down the man's forehead. Yet, he's unperturbed, holding his own.
Oh, this is a challenge. Keep staring.
At first, nothing happens. His face wears a wide and self-satisfied smile. Every now and then, he smacks his big lips. Like a general over his maps, he plots his moves. Judging by the way he's licking his chops, it's going to be a good one.
So...
He begins to speak, albeit very slowly, purposely leaving a pause after his opener.
Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi, how nice that you found a moment to pay a visit to the Debardairs Union. I'm Everard Clare, head of this little operation here. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny folding chair, opposite to his giant desk.
The folding chair looks like a torture device. Extremely uncomfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
Thanks, Kim. The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
Damn, that's a nasty play. He's got you, a titan of volition, in a fork. Guess you just have to sit or leave.
Fine.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. I'm gonna remain serious. I'm a serious cop.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debardairs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely, comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
I'll take it and I won't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
Fine, yeah, thanks.
Don't mention it. But also don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
Is he?
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
3%.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr.
Shit.
Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. In a kind of throw-in motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Yes.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Thank you, Kim.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You're a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up the handset of a radiophone to his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science.
He hangs up and turns back to you.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
Sure is fucking great, yeah. Speaking of which, you aren't gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
A man my age? What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Cool. What's in that container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Convulsant crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Yeah, well, I tried that before. Can I do it again now? Is the white check open again? You called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory is fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange.
Transgender?
You don't feel like any of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
That's not my name. My name is Raphael Cousteau.
Fine, Harry. You can even be Harry Raphael Dubois de Costeau, or whatever you choose to be.
Oh. The big ass sigh. The lieutenant covers his face and sighs audibly.
Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home,
Jamrock
but that's
boy.
okay.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Never mind the family.
Family, Harry, is the most important thing in the world.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
What? I'm not apologetic, I'm confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
Of course. Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
I need better drama for that. God, my drama's so low. Is there any other thing that I need drama for? No, doesn't look like it. And it's a red check, so I don't want to do this yet, just in case I get better at drama later and I can come back. Let's talk of other matters for a moment.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me?
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I won't be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry, Harry. I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Look, Kim. I can't tell you that I know where it is because I've played this before. Look, Kim, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I want, what should I talk about? I'm gonna talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me, but there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
But we can't because...
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Always a great start.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
And I do.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Oh, I'm 100% going in. Anyway, I'm told, or should I talk about that? I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her, because you and I are such good friends, and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. And with finding your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Are you sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then, positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget?
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're
Fuck.
pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Joyce said that the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gum. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird,
Yeah.
but okay.
Might as well. I'm told the union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No. Why?
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
I'm Team Kim. Fuck you.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Kim's like, I know your name now, bitch. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. We might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Oh, thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
I'm a union man, Kim. I'm a union man. Photo of a happy couple and a novelty check. What do I... Oh, okay. I turn that in a Fritz store. Alright. I guess let's go talk to Manana. Here we go. Off on an adventure. Hey there, dude. Do I have anything new to talk to you now that I'm in with the Union? Do you...
Oh,
you
hey,
know?
mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Oh, I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing. Oh,
Is this
we're
the
on a
one where
So,
he's like...
No, but Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them a... Oh, and him and his boy...
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Okay, I was wondering if... Because he said that he's not supposed to talk about it now that I have a union card. But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. Well, that's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of a fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary?
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Okay, I'm off. Bye, Leo. Alright, we gotta go back around. I'm sure Measurehead is gonna be incredibly normal about the fact that we sneaked by him. Snuck by him? Sneaked by him? Sneaky snucky? Snooked? We snooped by him. Alright, going around. In this way we go. Ooh, many things in here. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Got a phone here?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Maybe later. Got a... What is this? La Fumée? Volume 1, number 4. I'll look at that in a second here. We got every worker equals member of the board is written on the top of the flyers. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Whoop.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Couron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Whatever's
Hell
hidden
yeah.
here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with list of errands for Everart.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Is there a code in here?
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
I don't think so.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Cool. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. And I got another postcard. What we got in here? Morale. Hell yes. And then in here, we got some shades. +1 visual calculus, -1 drama. I don't want to do that, actually. My visual calculus could need it, but my drama would be fucked. And this is the leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism. Offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzell, with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. New items I got over here. I don't think I've read the postcards, and I don't care to start now. This 20 by 50 centimeter check looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. It supposedly exchanges 25 real at your local Fritz store. Below the number, a careful hand has written the words, "Constable's rent. All of it. Note. Worthless in a pawn shop." A black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in a fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, is in a very steady hand, is written the words, "Revachol Fair, summer of '91. Aww. And then we got more. I got that speed. And, we've got new shades. I didn't read any of these. A police cloak made from a heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature white rectangle of RCM covers the garment's back. And that's +1 esprit de corps, taking back the streets, +1 shivers, know thy neighborhood. Fawn Ultra Series gloves, +1 half light for unfiltered contact. The ultimate performance efficiency, these Fawn Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Then neat office shades, +1 visual calculus for Eye of the Reckoner, -1 drama, a bit dry. These were stuffed away in the dock workers' union office. They're perfect for scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eye, good for staring down suspects too. That gives me +1 visual calculus. There's the footprints in the dust I could do if I put those on. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, that's everything in here aside from the phone, but I'm being careful with my money at the moment. Measurehead. Howdy.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Actually, before I tell you about the tree thing, I guess I have new questions for you. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all a part of the Union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism.
This guy's fucking...
Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles.
Oh my god.
Now
shut the
leave
fuck
me
up.
be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Don't you think about this stupid fucking mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Everett told you to help us get a body down from the tree.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Okay, ads are in a couple seconds here, so soon that will be a thing. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Okay.
Listen to your little friend.
Shut
He
the
is
fuck
wise in his
up.
childlike way.
Look, I can make you shut up. I can hit the button that that mutes you. I mean, it doesn't mute you to me, but it mutes you to the chat. That doesn't do much because your words are still on the screen. But I can just say fuck you better. Oh boy. Alright. I'll wait and I'll hit the button whenever we're doing that when the ads. Oh, and the ads are done. And by done, I mean started. Alright, as I said during the intro, this is your reminder that there is currently a strike ongoing for Palestine, and please donate whatever you can. There's lots of very good organizations. There's Care for Gaza, Operation Olive Branch, eSIMS for Gaza is very important. eSIMS for Gaza. Mutual Aid Diabetes has set up channels. There's lots of good ones. I'm looking at the links that I've reblogged earlier today. 'Cause I'm just like, alright. They're very... It just feels wrong to, not talk about it. Please check out those. But yeah. Other than that, Disco Elysium, these fuckers. Look at, we know his name is Harry Dubois now. I haven't been doing a good job of pretending that I don't know that. But his name is Harry Dubois, and I can call him that now. Oh boy. Harry Dubois. Harry Dubois. Fucking French people. Dubois. Those aren't your... It's... just... words that, so many letters in them. And yet, you don't say them. 26 minutes remaining in the Call to Mamadakwa. Fucking, then we can be on the lookout for it. We have all these things that we could do. I don't know if I'll be doing them or not, because once again, I do have to unlock those with little points. And I don't know what they give me, so like, inexplicable feminist agenda I haven't gotten yet. What else can I get? Let's see here. Finger pistols? Actual art degree? Detective Cousteau? Date of birth generator? Homosexual underground! Hardcore aesthetic? The litany of Contact Mike. Bankruptcy sequence? Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Oh my god. There's a lot of really good titles here. If there's one that comes with another really good title, then again, Cop of the Apocalypse is a really good title. And the Jamrock Shuffle could be something good. I don't know. Homosexual Underground. Wait, what was that? Lawjaw? Bringing of the Law. Lawjaw. If I get some of these, then I might be doing them. Alright. Go. Okay, then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Guess we just stand here now. Me and Kim. Please do not damage the body when you get it down. Please, please. Hello, women.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power.
Damn.
I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Ooh. That's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Hey there, Measurehead. Welcome back. This slow little walk.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
I forgot that he called me ham sandwich. Man, sometimes slurs are funny. Hey there, manana?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
It's nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everett said you had a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel?
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. The grind never stops. Sweat emoji, flexing arm emoji, emoji with the steam coming out of its nostrils, emoji with dollar signs in its eyes. How do we feel about this?
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
At least you got the benefits, that's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large of a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
But the stuff you do aligns admirably well with the World Republic. Why not call yourself a communist?
I have nothing against communists. They are honorable boyaderos. And they have good analysis. But my own code serves me well. If my code starts failing, a code can fail a man as well as a man can fail a code, then I will have to submit to a new one. Which may well be communism.
I guess I understand.
See, I am primarily a lazy person.
Hell yeah. He looks amused, as if thinking about some private joke or mystery. The boss man, Evraj, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the Union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
I mean, he lives in a fucking... he lives in a fucking, crate, so...
Okay, he's reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
Yeah.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Hell yeah. Maybe I'm a boyadero.
No,
I could.
no. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed? How?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
I certainly don't love killing.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
You don't have to tell him that, Kim.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Yeah. Good talking to you. Gotta run. Oh? Oh, yeah!
Call the Mama Dakwa.
Hell yeah!
It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Call du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Nice. +3 perception. -1 encyclopedia, though. Wow. +3. Damn. Did one of these give me a plus to my encyclopedia? Yeah, okay. I was like, how is it not a 0 right now? Nice. +3. Yeah, that's a 5. Wow. I can hear so many things, Kim. Does that open up any white checks to me having good perception now? No? Okay. Down we go, Kim. Hey there, nerd. Alright, let's go. Ooh, let's stop by Frit first. We can drop off some of our tear and turn in that check.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a set.
Have I clicked on this one? I
A
don't
small
believe I
cabinet
have.
on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Neat. So I can get things that boost my morale and health here. That's pretty cool. What do those products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Thank you for explaining this.
Uh-huh.
And who is Saint Baptiste?
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
And there's also that. Are those cigarettes?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Kim's just standing in front of me like, Harry, don't do it.
The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
She looks at the wall of goods behind her, then adjusts her hat.
Good thing you're an unrecovering alcoholic then.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
I agree with you there, Volition. Let's get out of here, Kim. Alright. Hello, racist. Let's get going to... What things do we have to do? Well, we got the body down, that's obvious. There's also the... What time do I go to the smoking person's balcony? Person smoking on the balcony's apartment? I don't know where that is. There was a time. Whatever, I'll figure it out later. It was 20-something, I didn't know when exactly. Oh? Oh, my perception is better, right! You can click on this now.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say.
Visual calculus. Do I have something that's better for that? Or am I wearing it already? +1 visual calculus. Let's do that real quick.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. No.
Fuck.
These tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Alright, let's put on the other ones. I need my logic. Alright, dead body warning, but it's no longer hanging. Hey there, Kuno. That's pretty normal. How are the... Kuno's gonna have a fucking heart attack.
There are several footprints in the mud.
Okay, that's also visual calculus. If I put on these, can I do it again?
There are several footprints in the mud.
No. Okay.
Left by work.
There we go. I gotta actually level up the skill in order to do it again. This shit ain't nothing to Kuno. Let's talk to Kuno.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonort.
Great. I don't have anything to talk to you about, actually.
Kuno
Goodbye.
doesn't fucking care.
I realized I forgot to cash in my check, but I'll do that after the body. Yeah.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Oh wait, honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I don't think I'm a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Alright. Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything else to say to you. Let's go ahead and open my ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1 assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
2 coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
That's a lot. How you got that memorized, dude?
Next.
3 name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Roughly 50.
the corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook, teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
6. Race.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
7. Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Fucky fucky.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
I really want to write fucky fucky, but I really want to impress Kim.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
8. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
040351.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11. Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment, anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed. Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I mean, the lividity was good. What's next?
He places his gloved hand on the dead man's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, like drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mack Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide, the other an accident, the small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Yeah, okay.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
1. External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Drink water, it's important. Whoa! Liquid has been ingested. Yeah.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Write
Tattoos.
that down. He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
I'm sorry, Kuno. Your velocity was amazing, I'm sure.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand putting on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber-gripped cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
My pig.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Let's look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck,
Great.
swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast.
Come on, 72.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then
Fuckity fuck.
the lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that faggoty! Corpse fucking time!
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Please.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision.
Thank you.
Yes, that's much better form than you had. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
He hands you the chain cutter's back and kneels closer to the body, running his finger along the dark red groove until he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Appreciate the lurk, orphan.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Unremarkable. I don't want to encourage. I mean, I do want to encourage the kids, but not while Kim is watching. Let's just write down
Back
the
is
law.
symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier, mercenary.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. I'll look at it, I guess.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Pleasure's all mine. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Kobo. I feel like you were once, for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination, summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Aww. Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart, hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Might as well, again.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Even deeper.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
The lieutenant repeats impatiently. He lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why? Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
NA.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Okay.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around. To the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen. Write it down. Let's omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
3. Description of injuries. Summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I've inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung, and an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention those. Better not to muddy the waters.
But, okay, sure, you know what? I trust Kim. Back to the injuries. 1. Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Okay.
And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write that down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next?
What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay. Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
I'm rolling the dice. I'm rolling the dice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I'm clicking on anything else. Okay, come on.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Yay!
Oh yeah. Well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
God, I have so many skill points. I just wanted to look at those. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look under his fingernails like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yeah, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags, and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Okay.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
I need to take another look at the body first.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Soon, you'll be looking for clues in a pile of sludge and bones.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries?
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Enough.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori feature.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
But I want his boots.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Do I have enough funds for the room tonight? I believe I've already paid off the room tonight. And then... Oh, there's the smoker on the balcony. It's after 21. And, I can't murder Kuno. But I also have a $25 check I can cash in at the Fritz store. That'll pay for tomorrow as well. Oh, I can't save right now. I was gonna...
Your arm reaches out, and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel
I didn't
cold,
need to save.
dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
Yeah, this is a Kuno... This is a pro Kuno.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Look, there's worse people here than Kuno. Kuno is like 12. Kuno can get away with shit. I mean, he's still a bad person. I have to admit that. But he's young enough that he can learn, you know? He's gonna fucking change, right? Nope. Look, if you met your 12-year-old self, I'll make a bold the claim for everybody watching. If you met yourself when you were 12, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? You know? Like, oh, this fucking kid doesn't know shit. Anyway. Happily not be for the happy people for the purposes of Kuno standing. Look, we're pro Kuno, we're not Kuno stands, alright? Put your fingers in his mouth. He said it was about the mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer. A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are
Gross.
damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
I like how this autopsy began with Kim being like, don't go in that deep, by the way. Your gloves aren't that hygienic. And here I am touching his brain.
The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity, cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Kuno's voice is hushed.
Quivering with awe. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter.
Punch his mouth open. No, I'll wiggle. Do a little wriggle, wriggle, wriggle.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Oh, gross.
The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
He searches his pockets for something. Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
The lieutenant leans closer.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Her voice is absolutely sizzling with excitement.
I mean, typically you don't put your hand in the mouth of the puppet that way. You tend to do it the other way around. Oh, I get a bonus of this for trying to not let down Kuno S. Hell yeah. What'd I get? A little gashapon capsule?
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
Thank you, Kuno S. The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Oh, thank you. The lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone? It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead dabba doop doop.
Deadity dead.
Yeah! Yo! The sequel! Oh. Agreed.
I have had my doubts about this since you told me he was doing something else at the time of his death. I don't have that kind of intuition. I don't usually trust it. But it made me doubt.
See, Kim? Listen to me when I'm saying my weird things. Not all of my weird things, but some of my weird things. You should know. When I show up to people and I go, hey, I'm a superstar named Raphael Cousteau, and the apocalypse is coming, you should know that I'm being stupid. But if I go, hey, there's a thing in that crate, and we should look at the crate, you should be like, yes. If I'm like, hey, I need to hunt a cryptid, look, Kim, let me hunt cryptids, please.
There have been other signs too. Small details.
Wow.
Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
Hell yeah, Kim!
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Hell yeah. Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Oh, thank you, Kim! That means a lot coming from
The
you.
word lingers in the air of the yard. Far away, dogs are barking. Further yet, the sound of motor traffic.
That's me. I'm the faraway dog that's barking.
Detective.
After you bag the corpse,
Oh my God, shut the
Lieutenant
fuck up,
Kitsuragi will
tutorial
leave the
agent.
party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and
yeah,
even
yeah,
the main
yeah,
case,
yeah.
but it might be more difficult.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. But I want his shoes. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow, Kim. Alright? And me... Okay, doing the... Okay, cool. I'll do that later. I can't do that while Kim is with me. I don't know if I can or not. There's a woman up there. Alright. Hello, everybody. I smell bad. Oh, you. Renee, right? I got a photo of you. Ignore how bad I smell.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
Renee, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He adds with a slight sigh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Saw a picture in there. You were in it. You looked happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on a leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
All right.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
3-minute ad coming up in a second. Here?
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
It's okay, Renee. I pat you
It's
on the
his
head.
heart.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
Damn.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officers, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him.
Aww.
It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Oh boy, I got a lot of things to read here. Okay, ads have started. Give me a second to fucking read all my options here. Everyone gets it. Big guys looking after the small and everyone working together. I love it. Okay, that's stupid. Renee's but one man. We need to program. Get the elderly back in the job market. Yeah, no. Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few work. There's absolutely nothing wrong with hair collecting. It's my... Yeah! Hell yeah! I'm a hobo. Okay, well, as it going, this is your reminder that there is a week-long Palestine protest this month. Protest for Palestine. So, you know, be aware of that, and also, you know, check out everything, right? Keep informed. I'm a Twitch streamer, that I'm a gamer. I'm not I'm not where you're gonna be learning your information, but you know, be sure to keep talking about Palestine and make sure, you know. Look, I'm just a guy. Anyway, oh right, the cryptozoologist. Gotta wash that off. I keep thinking about the gay man. Actually, I don't know if he's gay, I just know that he's, like, queer. You know? I really want the boots. I think as soon as it like turns night, I'm gonna like be like, yeah, Kim, let's go to bed, and then sneak back out and steal the boots. But Kim's gonna know, right? He's gonna know. Cause I'm gonna just suddenly have the boots. But I want the boots. I gotta find karaoke song. She still has information. I guess I could try to do a bit of that, but I also could just wait until I find my badge. The water lock will open tomorrow, so that's pretty good. Can interrogate the drivers about the smuggling. I've already done that, haven't I? No, there's 3, and I've only talked to 2. I don't know where the 3rd one is. There's the doomed commercial area in the behind the curtain. Ba-ba-bum. I said I was gonna do, I guess, packing up the body. I send Kim in. I don't wanna, cause tomorrow on Wednesday, in-game tomorrow, Wednesday, then the water lock will open, and I want Kim to be there with me. So I guess maybe I could have Kim do that at night? When, how does this work? Yeah. Okay, that's that. Ad should be over. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly hold out the tear bag.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
Alright.
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
I saw a statue of Philippe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There is some wariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Let's talk about something else.
Right.
8%?
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer? We still have a game to finish.
Thank you for your time. Alright. Oh, I can do that? The damaged ledger? Oh, I also got this bullet, right. The bullet mushroomed out on impact. It now looks more like a fanciful jacket button than something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone, and I can interact with it.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Feel the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag.
Inspect it closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeter in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating.
Hell yeah.
We need to find the gun that shot it.
Hell yeah. God, my skill points are off the charts.
Something tells you that won't be any time soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Unless...
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
I mean, there was a chance. And anyway, if I interact with
It's the ledger
this...
you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Can I read the case files now?
Then made complete by the... Yes, at last.
Yo!
You find a way to piece them together, using the alphanumeric code on the margin. HDB 41, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Wait, HDB 41, weren't those Officer Precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB...
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. Harry Dubois, HDB. Still feels like there's something missing from that.
I think what you meant to say was RAC, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB.
Good. How long does it take to read one of these Raphael stamped cases?
Fine. It takes about half an hour for you to piece one together. Mr. Raphael, which one do you want?
Ooh. The next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
Just keep it. Why not?
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
Wow. God. Well, that remains us to wreak havoc on the middle class, I guess.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
The unsolvable case.
AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Couldn't we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is.
Okay.
Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
God, these people partied. They suck, but they partied.
It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Public indecency?
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there. And let's be fair, you also have party eyes. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, The ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. Kill them. They broke it. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Well, that's a win in my book. They stopped.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing.
Ooh.
The end. Does that sound like a Raphael something Costo to you, sir?
Well, this time, yes.
Fine then. You've earned it.
Oh, shit! Detective Cousteau, that's me. Oh, boy. I should think about what of those I want to do, because I got these fucking advanced analysis. Oh yeah, right, that's the thing that I just had. Look at all my skill points. I'm so fucking powerful. God, this one's so good. I like all these. I don't want to remove any of them. I don't even know how I get some of these. I just want to hold off. I'll wait on doing more of these. I do still have to talk to, when can I? 21. And it's 19 right now. I'll revisit
Not much
this.
has changed in the meanwhile.
Yeah. I won't just spend all day doing that, especially not when I got other things to do. So, let's see here. What do we got? There is the, place back here. Hello, lot. Go back here.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Ooh. Yoink.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh! A small, terrified O escapes from Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Alright, in we go, Kim. Okay. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. No sane person would ever put their head in such a machine. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Kim, my gender, it's getting transed.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
I was given the key, so I should do that, but God.
After exerting
So
some
tempting.
force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone's standing right behind you.
Yeah, Kim is there.
An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
Touch the back of your neck. What is this feeling?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
Here we go. Oh, you got something to say, Kim?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. I think this may be the Artemiteps boxing club for young athletes?
I think you're right. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
I'm Kim Kitsuragi and I don't like to have fun. Look, I will only be rude to you, Kim, when it's for stupid shit. God, I hold this flashlight like a cop. Okay. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. I know I am a cop, but... Ooh, is this bull-sized? Or is this too big? A ball used for playing shot put. A favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. You feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. To sell such a beautiful old-school sports equipment would be a sin. The poster says... Sidus Fortis. The rest is worn off. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. Where was I? There I am. Smells like leather and sweat.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. Why does it feel so familiar?
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. A memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Physical instrument. Physical instrument. Do I have anything better for that? No? Alright, guess I'm doing this straight up.
Waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Hell yeah. Look at me, Kim, I'm fucking powerful.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage.
Oh yeah. Yo! Healed my morale.
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbells to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to. Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What if they know you're here?
Good technique.
The lieutenant nods with approval. Sorry, I just got up quickly. That's me in the corner. That's me in the flashlight. Okay, I started thinking about like halfway through that and I had to say it. Okay, in we go, Kim. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. And we gotta go this way then. Into here. What we got over here? A large demijohn of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Neat. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Hello there, mannequins. What we got in here? Money. A naked mannequin torso. A strange yellow color. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth-bitten. Yoink! Money. What's in here? Skis with slipstream printed on the top printed on the laminated top layer. Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Production schedule filament memory. And around this way. Actually, what's this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin, this is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin. Green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
One of them is a welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
The lieutenant nods at the welkin's facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat-death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
That's not good. Schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer.
Oof.
The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
I believe that's what I grabbed. Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Damn.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Alright, that's that thing. Is that a door there? Yeah, okay, what's this? Scribbled across a notebook. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. And I was curious, there's a door over here as well. Is this... Yeah, that is the same area I was in earlier. There's also stairs. Alright, got this.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. A diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. The symbols seem very esoteric.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Of course. The anatomy of the curse.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara. All of this is gone, left unrealized.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Damn. Alright, we got this thing.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit curious.
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Don't make me feel bad, Kim. I want to hit all the buttons.
Is the lieutenant a little scared? Just now when he looked around.
Turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good evening, Fortress Accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
machine, or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Okay, Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid?
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the River Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
And what's that, this interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
Oh, the static drowns her response. What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Ah, right. Thanks for the explanation.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
You should ask her for a hint.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Oh, hi Kim. What you gotta say to me?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like a failed business. Only question is, what the hell are they making?
Yes, that is the question.
The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Aww. Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
I mean, they were insane if they thought they could do this. It's...
Yes,
yeah.
especially in here.
The lieutenant looks around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor in front of your feet. Friend!
Okay, let's keep moving.
But there was a friend, Kim. Ooh. Oh? Bear. But first... Ooh, money. And... morale, hell yeah. What else do we got? Before I touch the bear. I'm searching and searching. My speed is immense. God, there's so many. A cellar window. People's feet are shuffling by on the street. Okay, I got some money. I'll do that. I'll say this is my cutoff point and I'll come back here. What's this? First an ice cream maker that's still running. Yoink. Yoink. What's this? The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Aha! Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim?
Are these any good?
Inspect.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Could the murder weapon we're looking for be similar?
It's the same type of weapon, yes. A breech loader. An interesting coincidence that we should find something so similar. But I'm afraid our search for the real murder weapon must continue.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Alright. And then over here we have this. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged. I want to save that bear. The wall collapsed, it's inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Those voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity? Plaisant said it lives in the chimney.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Then what was the chatter you heard?
Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
No thanks.
Yes, how grown up. The furnace agrees. The lieutenant seems relieved as well.
Hello!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
You've awakened the entity.
The entity!
And it's a woman. Of course. The malicious entities are always
What
women.
the fuck, Half-Light? This is the police. Who's there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Kick it with your foot.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe
I thought it meant
hurts.
gently. I thought it meant like a gentle bap, you know? Like a little thunk, you know?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Let's take a look inside.
Okay.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
What's on the note?
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Oh. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Yummy. Hey Kim, this fridge looks perfect for a corpse. You don't have to ask around anymore.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is big enough. And cold enough too.
Yeah!
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The two of you, easily.
Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Slimesicle energy.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Kim, you're awesome.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
It isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists, and this was our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
And that's a valid choice you make.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The lieutenant points at the red sneaky cable coming from the fridge.
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Lucky us.
Close the door. Alright, Kim. Let's look back up here. At this thing.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Unplug the black one.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I do say a lot of things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Did that do anything to the ice cream maker? No? I'll plug it back in. I thought it might have done something.
Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Okay, what do we got in here? Bird. Money? Ooh, binder? Oh no. Insane mesh tank top? +1 drama. For clinically insane. Where did you even get that one? No, really, who put it in that drawer? No further comments, wear it at your own risk. Hell yeah. Oh, my drama! Finally, I have slightly better drama. I need to be a dramatic lad. Isn't one of these drama? Or am I not? Ooh. I can do those again. Warded door? What was that one? Warded door. Handwritten note from the fridge, right. The handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge, it still bears some of the marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Let's read it.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
I wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Can I open that?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar?
Try to crack open the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need...
Equip the pry bar.
I know. Tools. Pry bar.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has...
Let's turn it off again.
2 cables, something...
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant...
Does that make it
This
colder?
orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric...
Or here, let me also put back on, because I need physical instrument. I can put on that shirt again, but I can also... Does anything else give me physical instrument? No, okay.
This orange machine is
Still
dead
at 3%.
still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream
that
churner
pry bar?
and an electric freezer.
Not strong enough,
The
but
ice
you know.
around it slowly melting. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in
What
there.
is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it. But this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advanced? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Alright. Well, first off, let's change my shirt again. Let me take off my jacket so I can see it. Oh, yeah, baby! Oh, hell yeah. Alright. What do we got over here? Ads starting soon. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. And out we go. And we're here. Oh, it's 2100! Probably shouldn't be walking around with the pry bar. Whatever, I'm gonna continue walking around with the pry bar. Let's go. We need to talk to a certain... I should have just... Oh, is this how I... Yes, it is. Okay. Before I go there, actually, we do have this. Wait, was that something there?
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Examine closer.
You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow.
This is bad mojo, man! Fucking horrible mojo! The end draws near!
Thank you, horrific necktie.
Your chest feels
Ow,
tight
my health!
looking at
Okay.
them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter. Your breathing grows even heavier.
You okay there?
Yeah, man, I'm fine.
You were looking pale there for a second.
Okay, ads
What are you looking
started.
at?
There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, ads for having your periodic reminder. Free Palestine. Okay. God, how many fucking... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, I have 11. Okay, what do I have in the thought cabinet? There's Detective Cousteau. I might look up what these give me so I don't go into something I don't want. I might do that. Just to see, because otherwise I have to spend the points to get rid of them. And that's annoying. I don't... Yeah. Look, it's my game. I can play it how I wanna, and if I wanna cheat... then I'm cheating. Alright, Rigorous self-critique. What does that give me? Intelligence and physical, or physique rather. Red check failures. Heal +1 morale. Oh no, intelligence is psyche, and then physical, and then motorics. Red check failures heal +1 health. And then learning cap for pain threshold is raised to +6. That's okay. I don't know if I want that. Cop of the Apocalypse. Cop of Apocalypse. Learning cap for Inland Empire raised to 6. Learning cap for Shivers raised to 6. Feralhedon? Is that the drugs that I could take? Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that, so that doesn't apply. Mazovian Socioeconomics. Left-wing dialogue options give +4 XP, but also -1 visual calculus and -1 authority. White Morning. What does that give me? +20 zoom out distance. All motorics learning caps raised by 1. The Jamrock Shuffle. Ooh, boy. Find better loot in locked containers. Jamais vu? I assume is how you would say that. What does that do? God, where is this? There it is. +1 XP for every orb clicked. All intelligence learning caps raised by 1. And then Detective Cousteau. What does Detective Cousteau give me? +1 savoir-faire, +1 esprit de corps. Maybe. What does inexplicable feminist agenda give me, and how do I get? That gives me +1 empathy and -1 electrochemistry. I'm gonna take that when I get it, just because it's funny as hell. Yeah. What about? Well, there were some silly ones. I'll wait. Yeah. Oh wait, Wompty Dump what was it? Wompty Dump whatever? That one. Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. What does that give me? Encyclopedia passives give +10 XP and +2 Real, but -1 or -2 suggestion. How's my suggestion? I could take a hit. Alright. Anyway, Kim. These bullet holes look like the bullet holes we saw before.
Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're right. More old bullet holes from the revolution.
Man, how many people got shot during that revolution?
Plenty.
Damn. Anyway, let's break into a guy's house. I got
This
a crowbar
must
already.
be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Use Manana's key to open the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. Well, buddy, you opened it. No need to go inside. It would be rude. Only curiosity could account for stepping
I really
over
want to
the
go in there,
threshold.
Kim.
Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
Wah.
As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle.
I'm going in. I need to know. Ooh, there's shit I can steal in here, Kim. What's this? What's this? Oh, wait. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
Hey Kim, I think we found the person who owned our weird mug.
The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out my mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Hell yeah! Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Okay, I have so many of those. What? Morted door. What is that? Pain threshold, physical instrument. Who knows? Who knows? What do we got here? Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Over here we got Solari dress shirt. +1 logic, good with numbers. Breast and spotless gleaming white shirt, the kind that serious men wear. As serious solari offices, not yet stoked or unstained. Yeah, I do need logic, but the current one gives me drama. I guess I'll just like swap those out as need be. What's this? You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Yoink! A small suitcase full of clothes. Guess they're staying over? Ooh, more of that. Love that. Love to be able to heal. I'm not doing it right now because I know I'll get more, like heal a bit whenever, whenever I go to sleep. So it's like, you know. Oh, that's some balls. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. The curtains shift, just a little. Someone is watching from within. Anyone? Oh no, I can't go in there yet. Hey there.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from a cigarette.
It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
You got your hint. Found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful.
He replies, smirking. As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not just going to make things right, I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his shin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Is it Friday tonight? It feels like Friday.
It does feel like the end of the week. It's so magical. The white following against the black.
Very well, I'll talk to him. But first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze. A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Alright, go then.
Take care, alright?
He says with another disarming smile before slipping off into the night. There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
He smells good. Why on earth does he smell so good?
He smells good.
The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. That's weird, right?
He smells good, and that's weird. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Kim, that guy. He's so hot. What's up with that? Alright, into the apartment. Hello, hello. Hope you don't mind me looking around at first. Party Dragon Silk Robe. +1 drama, +1 electrochemistry? I'll take it, sure. Oh, shit! I don't need the electrochemistry, but... Oh, girl, look at this. With the G. Oh my god. The jeans will make it so much worse somehow. Look at me, I'm so cool. Oh. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. A quarterly business magazine. An empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. I'm not wearing that. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. What does it even give me? Logic and +1 logic, -1 suggestion. Super logical for a cop to wear this. God. Like the off the shoulder. You didn't have to do that, Harry. And yet. What do the other ones give me? Other jackets? Now I can, like, organize my shit. Let's organize a little bit. Just a little bit here. Oh, there's another jacket. Oh, there's more pants. I should put the pants next to each other. Alright. Now that that's organized, oh no. The other jacket, this one, drama and electrochemistry, esprit de corps, shivers, conceptualization. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it when my electrochemistry talks to me. And I don't want it to have that bonus. The conceptualization can take it. That might be a thing like the shirt that I switch between, you know? Bullets. Oh yeah, I got this gun. A broken bell Maglev from ages past. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. Alright, and I've clicked out everything.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior.
Is Harry about to get domed?
Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Oh.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Clé.
In that way, okay.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here. Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
That didn't work at all. What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him, not compliment the decor. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
My dog is directly outside of my door whining, in case you can hear that. He's just sniffing the door so loudly. Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mack accent.
What
Well,
happened next?
that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
You're right, that does seem strange.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Alright, that was my questions. Thank you for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCA.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
What is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the Coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
And what is the Place Stabilité?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment.
Okay.
Which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Wow. Cool. This is fascinating, but I wanted to ask you something else.
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The Coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Okay, sure. Give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad.
Great.
You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
You're so interesting. Okay, what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it.
Huh?
It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
I've heard about this Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Oh. So what I'm hearing is that we're Moral Intern bitches?
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Am I a moralist?
Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Revachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
But what is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, Sur-la-Clé.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action.
Do you think peace is boring? What about prosperity?
No, peace sounds pretty good.
Exactly. I don't find it boring. I find it fulfilling. Peace is what allows me to have my morning coffee, my afternoon golf, my sundown friends. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur-la-Clef.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clef is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
EPIS.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sur-la-Clef's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clef. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clef's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Tell me about Oranje, was it?
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clef, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Oranje?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and...
Can't you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
About Oranje. Tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Sorry, just their horse cars run on time immediately set off huge alarm bells in my brain of like, oh god, oh no, Mussolini, oh god. Sorry, I'm sure it's nice. I'm not gonna go there. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success.
Okay,
it was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union.
What does it stand for?
It stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. A supranational political alliance. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be a part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't you just say that candidate members never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola. Oil platforms ablaze in the night. Civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend, too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry, who?
Your friend? Smoker on the balcony? We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
And what are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
A baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee. I'm all ears, officer.
Got all
A
I
moment,
need.
Officer.
Oh my god, this guy just keeps fucking talking.
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
Thanks for the heads up, my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Can't wait to never talk to that fucker again. That guy was annoying. Oof. Alright, gotta let Avrock know that I opened the door. Alright, Kim, let's go to bed. For sure. And I'm definitely not going to pretend to go to bed, then leave and steal the boots from a dead body. Hi, Kuno S. Are there any... What light checks can I do right now, by the way? Fractured bullet. Warded door. What's the warded door? Oh, that was me... No, it wasn't. Warded door? Oh, can I give that bool? Is that a bool for them? If I got the map, then I could, check where the door is. Okay, yeah, the bull guys aren't here right now. Kim, let's actually quickly go to Frit. If you don't mind, let's go this way. Oh, the racist is gone. Hello there. Got a check to cash in?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
She rolls up the giant novelty check, looks like she's seen it before, and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now.
Goodbye. My electrochemistry is yelling at me, which means I'm leaving. Look at me and my little run. Alright, let's go, Kim. Oh yeah, there's also these people who I haven't talked to. Hi, Lena. Alright, Kim. Good night, sir. See you in the morning, Kim. For sure. Bye. I could also... How do I clean off? Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Ah, there we go.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
Hydrate. Harry gets watered and I get watered in a different way.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Glug, glug, glug. Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Let's get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
Ooh, what's this? Empty cassette case. Nobody knows that I'm committing crimes. Nobody knows that I'm doing a thievery. Nobody tell Kim. Please. Hello there, dead body.
The bear's eyes are still. The body
Give me your
is
boots.
reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity. You're going to need to summon all your strength for this undertaking. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep inside the fridge. It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot. It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. He's probably glad to get rid of them.
Just a seating position first.
He's too heavy to move by yourself. A great mass of dead muscles, with hoarfrost covering his milky eyes. Is that an accusatory glance he gave you? No. No, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. Yoink.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Take stock of the damage.
Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly. Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible. Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo. Come back later, Corpo.
Okay. So I got some boots now. Where? There they are. Oh, they suck. Don't smell these boots. Better yet, don't even think about them. Unless it's to think about how you're going to get them clean, that is. For now, they're unsellable, unwearable, and just downright disgusting.
These boots were probably left on the corpse because they were impossible to pull off while it was hanging. They're not exactly pleasant to look at right now, much less smell.
Look at them over carefully.
Graceful whirls cover the boot's glossy surface. These will be gorgeous once you get them clean.
Look at the soles of the boots.
Fairweather T500 VE is imprinted under each heel.
Look inside them.
Still, just pieces of
Yep.
sock and rotten cadaver.
Put them away. Do I have to fucking clean these in the fucking kitchen? That's awful. I mean, I'll do it, but it's awful. Out we go. In we go. Breaking and entering. Bucket.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
Check out the cleaning supplies.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge.
Let's do both soap and vinegar? Or wait, will that cause a chemical reaction? I don't think so. Maybe. Depends on shit. Let's just do a bunch of soap first and see what happens.
The bottom of the pot fills with shiny white goo. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them.
Alright.
The soap bubbles over the rim of the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Wait.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too, just like beef stew.
A little more.
That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Dump the sock and flesh stew and examine your new boots.
The boots look clean, but still smell funky. Feels like you should have used vinegar too.
Try boiling them again, this time with white vinegar.
The strong vinegar odor forces you to take a few steps back from the stove.
Wait, even more. Hello. Oh, hello.
The whole kitchen
Sorry,
now smells like white vinegar. But maybe your boots won't smell like a corpse. A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Master Chef out. How's my boots? Hell yeah, I can wear them. I just show up with Kim. I like to start talking to Kim tomorrow, just like not even acknowledging the fact I'm wearing the fucking boots he specifically told me to not grab. +2 authority, -1 composure. +2 authority for putting your foot down, but -1 composure because your shoes are too big to fill. These greaves are light as feathers. Just a tad too big for you, but don't let that bother you. With these on, you look like some kind of future warrior, and they'll keep you safe if you accidentally shoot yourself in your foot. So, worth it. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna wear them, but I mean, where's the one for getting all of the things? I got it. Gotta close the waterlock on Wednesday. Yeah, find all the outdoor pieces. There we go, we're one of the way there. Sing karaoke, explore secret passage, find the collar, victim tattoos, Joyce info, find smokes. I'm not doing that. Report badge missing. I am not doing that. Lost Bull, maybe. Malignant entity. Right, there was a whole ass woman in there that I completely ignored. Okay, I got her to talk to, and I got Hardy Boys to talk to. And into my room I go. And I have money to pay off, the next 2 nights that I'm staying here, so that's pretty epic.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it.
Let's go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
The tiny bug crawled on my water bottle. Are you just chilling there, guy? Okay, little guy. Cute.
Here we are again, my
Hi, limbic
broken
system.
bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
Ow.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's all my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby. Alright. And we're healed. Hell yeah. Oh, boy. I think that is where we are going to end today's stream. So thank you all for joining me. It's slightly earlier, but you know, it's just by a couple minutes. So we're gonna be starting off tomorrow's streams, same bat time, same bat channel, with Wednesday. So much death. Look, a bunch of death happens, you know? This is, look, I have the content warning on the side, alright? Or in the description if you're watching the VOD. So, yeah. Oh, the bug stole my water bottle. Hi there, little guy. It's like a stink bug or like a similar shape. I don't know. He's cute. He's just chilling down there. Alright, I guess I'll go and let that guy outside as well. You gotta die sometime. God, you can't just quote falsettos to me like that. I fucking love falsettos, dude. You know that. Man. Alright, that's gonna be it for this stream. Continuing Disco Elysium tomorrow, and then on Thursday, we're actually gonna be starting Return of the Obra Dinn. So, one murder mystery to another. Join if you would like, or don't. It's your life. I don't fucking control your life. I don't control you. You're doing whatever. Yeah. A lot of murder. A lot of murder. Murder mystery after murder mystery and such and things. That's about it. I don't think I have anything else to say, so